Finance and Treasury Board.
Well, thank you for the question. It's nice to be able to come here the day after the budget and actually answer a question with after 25 minutes. Yeah, we're talking about the most vulnerable of our society, and absolutely, we've done that all along. We talk about Groundhog Day, where they complain that it's the same budget as we've had before. You know what? Yes, you should hope it is the same budget, because that budget was successful, and so was the one before that, and the one before that, and the one before that. You should hope that these budgets continue. You should hope that we have a surplus every year going forward. You should hope that we grow population here in New Brunswick. You should hope for more income tax cuts and property tax cuts. Yes, you know what? It was great before. Let's do it again. Let's do it again. And you know what? When you hit vulnerable populations, let's talk about $5.9 million in additional funding to support clients through social assistance reforms. Let's talk about social assistance rates up 7.3%.
Acceptable opposition.
Mr. Speaker, what this budget is uninspiring. They say it's always the same budget year after year. They've done nothing in this 5 budgets now. There's nothing to hang their hat on. They've been able to pay down debt on the backs of the federal health transfers, on revenues that they have no control over. Apparently, they don't know how to calculate them or even project them, Mr. Speaker. We know that 400,000 households are going to see increased electricity bills. We know 115,000 of those are suffering energy poverty. They're going to have to make tough decisions. Small businesses are seeing their taxes going up. This government wants to put up their small business tax at the same time. They're going to have to pay more, Mr. Speaker. What is this government doing to help those? They're going to stand up here. The minister's very excited. It's his time to shine. What are they doing? Experts and stakeholders are asking for more, but they continue to lowball their revenues, saying that we can't do anymore, we're doing enough. What are they doing for those people suffering?
Minister of Finance and Treasury Board.
What are we doing? What are we doing? Well, we're cutting taxes. We're cutting taxes. We're growing the population. We're lowering the debt and the amount of money it costs to service the debt. We're helping out students with increased student loans and bursaries, $7.6 million. We're taking the student loan interest rate down to 0. We've done that. You know what? These are the things, examples of what we're doing. And what we're going to do, we're going to have $12.6 million to support work outlined in the 2018 through 2023 nursing home plan, which includes adding to the supply of the nursing home beds in the province. What are we going to do? Another couple million to provide resources needed to help seniors remain in their homes longer in our nursing home without walls program. You know what? We'd do a whole lot more if the feds had stopped dicking around with the carbon tax. We'd have another $300 million to spend then.
Acceptable opposition to
Mr. Speaker, what I want to know from this minister, okay? This minister seems to think it's funny when we're talking about the needs of New Brunswickers here. It's not funny. It's not funny at all. They're struggling. They're struggling to make ends meet. Small businesses are struggling as well. They're going to see electricity rates go up. They're seeing property taxes going up. And now the minister is saying that their small business tax is going to have to go up as well, while they're lowering corporate tax for large corporations, Mr. Speaker. Can this minister explain the rationale behind lowering the business tax for large corporations while saying small businesses, we need you to pay more? You're going to pay more for your property tax. You're going to pay more for your electricity rates. Can he explain the reasoning behind increasing the tax for small businesses?
Minister of Finance and Treasury Board.
I would take this opportunity to explain that. Absolutely. What we're talking about is small businesses. Small businesses are capped at a tax rate of 2.5 until they hit $500,000. We're talking about taking that up to $1 million, because what we're doing is we're encouraging people to stay small. We don't want them to stay small. We want businesses to thrive here in New Brunswick, to become big businesses. So that's what we're talking about, but it's in the talking stages right now. You know what? We're chatting about it, and we'll decide whether it's worth it or not, the value. Meanwhile, we continue to increase the GDP. We continue to cut the net debt to GDP ratio. Right now, it's 25.1. It's going to 24.9 by the end of the year. That is the lowest east of Saskatchewan. East of Saskatchewan. That's the lowest net debt to GDP ratio east of Saskatchewan. We continue with funding to policing. We continue with funding to mental health and addictions. Another 50 beds added to mental health and addictions because those people need our help desperately.
Time. Chef de l'Opposition.
Merci, Monsieur le Président. Je vais finir avec une question très facile, mais c'est une question très importante en même temps, parce qu'on est là, on fait le débat sur le budget cette semaine et la semaine prochaine, et puis il y a des sièges ici qui ne sont pas représentés. Il y a des coins de la province qui ne sont pas représentés alors que ce gouvernement présente un budget qui ignore les besoins des Néo-Brunswickois et Néo-Brunswickoises, alors que certains ne sont pas ici pour se défendre. Donc, on sait que Restigouche-Chaleur, Bathurst-Est, Nipissiguit, Saint-Isidore et Dieppe ne sont pas représentés ici. Est-ce que le premier ministre peut nous dire quand il fixera des dates pour les élections?